Days Gone looks boring. Oh, look, we saw a very... Look at that. What's that? Hang on. What's that? Hang on. It's like they're sneaking games in that... Hang on a second. What was that? Look at that. Oh, look. What's that? Is that a game that's coming out? Is that a game that's coming out? Is that like... That almost looks like a game that would come out and be exclusive to the PlayStation. You know, PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. But I suppose it must not be if, I mean, otherwise they would have featured it in the conference. They would have featured it in the conference because it's exclusive. So, I must just be able to get that on Xbox and the PC, so who gives a shit, right? Oh, what's that? Hang on. What's this thing? What's this? What's that one? That looks like a... That looks like a game that could be exclusive as well, doesn't it? Yeah, So, okay, hang on. Which games were missing? Let's try and nail down... Let's try and nail down a common element of the games that were missing from this conference. Okay? We've got Persona. Persona 5 was missing. That's an exclusive. Got Gravity Rush. That's I missed Yakuza as well. Yeah. Gravity Rush was missing. Nier was missing as well. Nier was missing. So hang on. Persona, Gravity Rush, Nier, Yakuza, and I feel like I'm forgetting another one. Neo. Yeah. Neo was missing as well. I wonder what all 5 of those games would have in common. I wonder what all 5 of those games would have in common. Well, they don't have the same development team. I know that much. They all have different development teams. Maybe it's because they come from Japan and they look kind of Japanese. Maybe that has something to do with it. They look like something a Japanese developer would make, right? And we can't have that at E3 at all, can we? I'm being a bit cynical here. I'm letting my inner fucking weeb come out a little bit here, right? But, what the fuck? What the fuck, right? You've got exclusive game. Like, genuine exclusives. They are genuinely exclusive to the platform. Not, on PC as well. At least, I can't think of any of them that are coming to the PC as well. Yakuza? No, it's not coming to the PC, is it? I don't think that's even coming to the Xbox. Gravity Rush, Persona, Neo, they're exclusive. They are PS4 fucking games, alright? They are PS4 games. You do this once a year, and you won't even put a trailer for those games in. This is the kind of thing that would have injected some much needed variety instead of watching people slowly walk through forests and have an insufferable amount of dialogue along the way. This is this is ridiculous to me that they didn't advertise these games. I think the only kind of overtly Japanese game that made it into the presentation was The Last Guardian. As far as I'm aware, Death Stranding, definitely has a Western appeal with the Norman Reedus thing. There's Ni no Kuni as well. Ni no Kuni didn't get in either. Guarantee you, I don't know when Ni no Kuni is out, but I guarantee it's going to come out before Death Stranding, right? Let's be fair. It's a Western show. Mostly Western people will be watching it, okay? That's fine. But just because it's a Western audience doesn't mean they're not going to be interested in these games. Something like Infinite Warfare does not need fucking 8 minutes of time to get exposure. It doesn't need exposure. Everybody knows that Infinite Warfare is coming out. Most people seem to dislike it, by the way. Most people seem to dislike the trailer, which is kind of interesting to me, because I don't even know what's different about it, other than that it's in space. So to me, it's very strange that all of a sudden the table has flipped on Call of Duty. But anyway, yeah, so look, here's Gravity Rush, right? Here's a game that most people do not fucking know about. They don't know about it. They don't know it's coming out. A lot of people don't know about it. I think I read a few comments from people going, hang on, like, I went to some comment section on some video about Gravity Rush, and there was people that didn't know it was coming. They didn't know this game existed. There's people that don't know Persona 5 is coming out. I think there was a surprising amount of hype around Persona 5 around the time that they revealed the whole thief angle. And I think it goes to show that there's a chance to capture a larger audience for that game. But they don't give a shit. They just want to, there you go. So that was cut as well. Neo, I didn't really like the demo all that much myself, personally, sorry. But a lot of people got excited for it. It's obviously trying to capture the Souls audience. There is a chance to capture the Souls audience with that game. If they'd given a short gameplay demonstration for that game. Big audience, right? Pretty big fucking audience for that one. What else? Yakuza, okay. Yakuza is probably fairly niche, but again, there's people that would be interested in that. I can't remember, there's another one, Ni no Kuni as well. A lot of people loved Ni no Kuni if only for the art style. People like Ghibli, okay? People like Ghibli, like just regular people. People who never watch an anime in their fucking lives will watch Ghibli films and like the look and feel of Studio Ghibli films. So, this annoys the shit out of me, personally. The fact that they just ignored a whole bunch of games. And yeah, they're in here at the end and all that, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. They gave games exposure that didn't need exposure and ignored games that could have found a bigger audience because there's a lot of people watching E3 that don't normally care about this stuff. They just don't normally care. Oh yeah, there's Nier as well. Platinum has a lot of fans now, so or a lot of people are aware. People who bought a Wii U and enjoyed Bayonetta and don't own a PlayStation 4 could see footage of Nier and say, hang on, this is by the same people, looks kind of similar, I'm interested. See how there's an audience for all of these games that's not being tapped into. Ghibli, whatever. So, there you go. I'm surprised how annoyed I just got about this, because I was annoyed about it before, but I think actually talking about it made me realize, Ghibli, whatever. This is sad, because the problem as well is it's a feedback loop. If you only advertise the most boring fucking samey looking games over and over again, that's what people will buy. If that's all people will buy, that's all that gets made in the future. See what I mean? Whereas this was a chance to show people, hang on, Gravity Rush is coming out and you might like it. You might like it. You might like it. You might like Persona 5. I think Persona 5 could be sold to a lot of people who don't even know that it exists right now. So, yeah, this was the worst part of the Sony conference for me. Even though I was aware of all these games, it annoys me that they're not showing any of these things. Yeah, I'm aware that there's more conferences, but the people watching Tokyo Game Show, from my understanding, has a much smaller audience, and the games aren't going to get the same Western exposure as they would have done there. And I'm not even saying that all these games are all that great. Like, I'm not saying that any of them are amazing or anything like that, but they should have been exposed to people. You do this event once a year. Once all that setup is done, it takes practically no effort to put an extra trailer in, right? That's the thing. Trailers for these games exist. E3 trailers exist. You can go and watch an E3 trailer of Gravity Rush right now, or Persona, or whatever. But they wouldn't just put it in the conference. Why? Don't you want people to think that your console has more games? Amazing. Incredible. Absolutely incredible to me that all these things were left out. And the Sony conference wasn't even that long. I know they've had much longer conferences before. Pretty sure they've had conferences that have gone over 2 hours with all the yik-yak, whatever. But this one was pretty concise, and I appreciate that. But that they wouldn't just splice in a few more trailers blows my mind. Pathetic. Absolutely fucking pathetic. Anyway. Moving on. So that was what? I think we counted up at least 6 games, right? At least 6 games that could have been in there that are actually genuine exclusives that weren't.